Hey there, YouTube and Instagram. I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I'm not going to do a pipe tobacco review. I'm going to teach you all how to make brandy old fashions in the traditional Wisconsin manner, because some of you are stuck at home and could probably use some cocktail help. So the first thing you need is a nice thick bottom glass, because you're going to be doing some muddling, some crushing, and you don't want to break your glassware. Before I get into it, I should say that Wisconsin old fashions are made out of brandy, and Wisconsin actually consumes more brandy than any other state in America. In fact, I got something fun off the internet here. I'd always heard this one fact, and I wanted to actually verify that it's true, that Wisconsin consumes so much brandy. And according to Margie Healy, Director of Public Relations at Korbel, which is a California brandy manufacturer I'm sure you're all familiar with, in 2019, they sold 272,869 cases of brandy, and of those, 148,000 came to Wisconsin. So we consume a lot of brandy here, and the reason for that is we have, other than beer, we have two really main signature drinks that we drink all the time. Bloody Marys, and we'll get into that in another video, and old fashions, and those are part of our supper club culture. And you know, you go to just about any restaurant, and they're not just going to have one old-fashioned. They'll have an old-fashioned menu. You know, if I go to Doc's Smokehouse, I think they have like 5 different old-fashions to choose from. If I go to Bibbinger's in West Bend, they have some really creative ones. There are supper clubs that have whole groups of ones. There's a place in Madison that I really like. Wisconsin even produces a brand called Soul Boxer, which is a pre-mixed old-fashioned in one go. You really just need the fruit. We like our old fashions. Anyway, so I'm going to teach you the brandy old-fashioned Wisconsin style, which is going to be different than the bourbon old fashions that your dad probably drank. So again, thick bottom bucket glass. You're going to start with an orange. I made it a good thick slice because I want to get a lot of the juice and meat out. So you're going to drop it at the bottom of the glass here. You grab yourself a spoon. The bottom of a wooden spoon is really good. Something thick, something that you can basically smash the orange meat with. Do not muddle the rind. The oils in the rind are more bitter than the sweet meat. You just want to kind of juice up the meat there. You're going to also take a brandied cherry. These are available, I'm going to take 2. These are available in most liquor stores in the accessories section. Maraschino cherries work. Most people prefer something a little more interesting than that, though. And you're going to smush that up a little bit, too. Traditionally, in a bar, when I used to be a bartender, we always used sugar cubes, but I'm going to use the sugar I have here in my kitchen. Muddle it up just a bit. Now, here is a trick that I don't know that everybody does. I do it. It's from my days as a San Francisco bartender doing the bourbon ones. I give it just a little kiss of soda at the bottom to effervesce and kind of melt that sugar up a bit, and to get the mixture of the fruit juices and stuff going. So traditionally, in most cocktails, you would put the ice in first and build your cocktail. Obviously, with an old-fashioned, you can't do that. So after muddling, then go ahead and put in your ice. Normally I'd use my hands, but you know, I'm on video here trying to be fancy. So, got my ice built. Oh, I should say this glass is from the Safe House, which is a restaurant here in Milwaukee. If you ever come to town, you should try it out. You have to use a password to get in. It's an experience. So again, I'm making a Wisconsin old-fashioned, so I didn't do anything fancy. I have the Corbel. You could use cognac. You could use a fancier brandy if you want. If you want to do it Wisconsin style, it really should be Corbel. So you would normally do about 2.5 ounces of brandy. Now, here's another little word. Most of you aren't going to be able to do this next part at home. 7-Up is fine for what we call a sweet old-fashioned. In Wisconsin, any waitress, waiter, bartender is going to ask you, do you want it sweet or sour? So 7-Up for sweet, or Sprite, or Sierra Mist, whatever. Sour, you would use Squirt or something called Jolly Good. Jolly Good has a sour soda. That's a Wisconsin soda brand that you can get at Sendex and Wisconsin grocery shops. Probably at the Quick Trip. But I'm going to use 7-Up, mostly because this is what was available in my vending machine at work. So you're going to put a float on it, and that's not something you do with a bourbon one in the traditional cocktail that I was taught. So you put a good float on the top, and no old-fashioned is complete without being dressed. So again, another orange slice. And I do not have bar toothpicks because this is my home. This isn't a bar. What is this? This is the end of a grilling skewer because every Wisconsinite grills. And so we're going to put another cherry or two. I'm just going to put one because there's two at the bottom. Dress that bad boy. Make it pretty. And there you go. A Wisconsin brandy old-fashioned. Oh, yeah. There you go, my friends. I hope this helps those of you who are stuck home during this period. And for those of you who aren't, I hope it helps you too. Anyway, you guys be very well. Sei gesund. Enjoy your drink. Take care.